So what's this success look like for the Chinese government? I mean, Port of Darwin's going to be discussed. There's an Australian that has been detained for almost 6 years now. Is China going to relent on either of those, or are they, things that they're going to hold on to for leverage down the track?
Well,
what do they want from us?
I mean, look, I was just talking about the kind of positive state media coverage, and that's continued for the most part ahead of this trip. And as the trip's gone on, the one stickling point is Port of Darwin and some of the coverage. I mean, from the official organs, they've restrained that a bit as the Prime Minister's actually arrived. But on social media and some essays by other Chinese commentators, there's some pretty loud pieces about that and about the damage that Australia will do to its economic relationship with China if the Prime Minister goes through on that election commitment to end the Chinese ownership of Port of Darwin. I asked him about that yesterday, and he said the policy is the policy. He's not going to be changing. Now, my sense is, I mean, I won't be in the room, but my sense is that Xi Jinping may choose to not raise it, may choose to not make a big deal of it. It's not that the Chinese like it, the Chinese don't. Maybe what they're going to do is just wait and see what's the deal that the Australians come up with. Can the Australians come up with some form of doing that where the Chinese company can pretend at least that it's a happy buyer? Can they find someone who'll pay a price and agree to a form of words and do the process in a way that doesn't embarrass China? That's still to be determined. We'll see. I mean, of course, it is possible that Xi raises this directly. I mean, this would be the nightmare scenario for the Prime Minister. He's come over here determined to focus on positive things and try to minimize differences. It is possible that Xi Jinping really elevates this and says that will be a red line. I mean, we'll find out in this meeting. That's the kind of stuff, I guess, that may have complicated the Prime Minister's sleep last night in Beijing.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, perhaps less awkward when it's through an interpreter, but who knows? We will see.
Yeah, it's a simultaneous translation though, Laura. So I think the clanging moment hits early. And the problem with these translations is I think the Prime Minister, on something awkward like that, the Chinese president might use a Chinese proverb or something that's a bit ambiguous. You can end up in that situation where you have to clarify, did he just threaten me? Or cannot be always that clear.
Yeah, you need your game face in meetings like that. And it wouldn't just be the two of them with translators either, would it, Will?
That's exactly right. And I remember on that last trip in November 2023, the Australian leadership team came out from that very bullish that they'd got this commitment from the top of China for an end of that lobster ban that China had on Australian lobsters. Now, that was in that was November 2023. It was more than a year until Beijing actually allowed live lobster into China again. So, divining what the leader says at a high level and when that's actually going to be implemented by the Chinese system, there's guesswork even from Australia's government and their China hands who work on this all the time, just working out. It can be ambiguous. You can come out of a meeting with the Chinese leadership and not be entirely sure where you stand on things.
That's true. Well, how's your Mandarin? I mean, you could say anything right now and I wouldn't know how to grade you, but I'm sure it is challenging living there in Shanghai. Look, thanks so much for joining us and giving us the lay of the land here. I think it's really important context we got from you today. We'll speak soon.
Thanks so much.